Just like Sydney Sweeney is now breaking the internet in the West, in the beginning of this July, this girl did the same in India. Everyone literally went crazy over the one burning question: who is this Babydoll Archie? Her reel on a Spanish song went so viral that even offices were glued to it. Within days, she was trending above India's cricketers, with rumors exploding that she was about to make a career by choice in naughty America. This girl from Assam overnight became the fastest-growing influencer of India. But sharp-eyed viewers spotted something strange, something off. All these little details, including her career choice, came out, but there's no biodata or history available on the internet. Since India is a country of conservative culture, porn industry is not seen as a prideful career choice here, but still posts like these became viral. Then why was her real identity kept secret? What are the things that stayed hidden under the iceberg? Who is this girl? And what's exactly the real story? Welcome to Criminally Curious, and you are watching one of the most twisted stories where you might be carried away by the beauty and oomph of this girl. But quickly, the table will turn and reveal a concerning and shocking story that you are not expecting at all. She appeared out of nowhere, one reel, one Spanish song, and suddenly the whole internet was obsessed. India had found its newest viral queen. They called her Babydoll. On the surface, her Instagram page looked like the perfect influencer dream. Blue tick shining. Over 1.4 million followers by early July 2025. Glossy reels of red carpet gowns, lip syncs, dances. Every post polished to perfection. The name attached to this glam persona? Archita Fukan. Even big outlets like the Economic Times and NDTV mentioned her like she was the next big thing. But here's where it gets strange. The reel that shot her to stardom wasn't just another dance video. It was a sorry transformation set to the viral track Damon Gur by Romanian singer Kate Lynn. Millions watched it. Memes exploded. Overnight, she jumped from 82,000 followers to over 1 million. That kind of rise doesn't happen by accident. Then came the photo that shook everyone. Archita posing with Kendra Lust, one of the most famous adult stars in the world. The comments, even from Kendra herself, made it look authentic. People whispered, was Archita stepping into the adult industry? Later, it turned out the picture was entirely fake, an AI composition. But by then, the rumors had already taken fire. And if the reels and the photos weren't enough, she had a backstory, one dark enough to hold the nation's attention. Posts claimed she had been forced into prostitution on Delhi's infamous GB Road for 6 long years, that she had bought her freedom with $30,000. The geotags from big cities made her story even believable. A rags-to-riches survival saga. The kind social media eats up all the time. Every detail seemed to fit. And the visuals, the celebrity links, the heartbreaking backstory. Even seasoned journalists treated her like a real person. The only problem was, none of them ever met her in person. But what no one realized then was that Babydoll Archie never existed at all. So, who was she really? And why did millions believe in a ghost? Babydoll Archie, the internet sensation, wasn't a rising star from Assam, because the truth is, she wasn't even real. She was a ghost built out of coding. Police in Dibrugarh dropped the bombshell. There is no Archita Fukan, no influencer, no small-town girl making it big. She was simply a persona created out of thin air, using nothing more than a single stolen photograph of a real Assamese woman. From that one photo, a man cooked up an entire illusion. He fed it into AI software, Midjourney, Desire AI, OpenArt, and whatnot. The machines worked like sculptors, molding that one face into hundreds of flawless images and videos. He even used ChatGPT to write captions, Zine to polish the visuals. The result? Archie came alive on screen, dancing, traveling, striking poses in saris. Every reel, every clip was a deepfake. The manipulation was so seamless that millions believed she was flesh and blood. Police later said a single image was enough to generate an entire video. Behind the scenes, that guy had built a web of fake Gmail IDs and burner social media handles to run the account. Every like, every comment reply, every subscription page was engineered. And the bad genius guy we are talking about is Pratim Bora, the man behind a scheme that would leave anyone questioning how safe we really are online. He was just 29, a mechanical engineer from Tinsukia, Assam, who on paper seemed perfectly ordinary. He had studied in Haryana and worked remotely for a Delhi-based company, living with relatives while his colleagues in the capital thought he was just another quiet employee. But behind that calm, everyday exterior, a storm was quietly forming. The twist in this story? Bora wasn't a random hacker. He was connected to the victim in a deeply personal way. They had been classmates, and once he had been her boyfriend. Their breakup wasn't clean. It ended badly, leaving a wound he couldn't let go of. That personal bitterness became the fuel for something far more sinister. According to his own confession, this wasn't just a whim or a prank. He called it a project, a calculated campaign to destroy her reputation, online and in public view, piece by piece. But his neighbors never knew he was a person like this. They painted a picture of a quiet, introverted man, completely unsuspecting. Even his family had no clue about the double life he was leading. But behind closed doors, Bora had become obsessed with AI, teaching himself skills that allowed him to manipulate images and videos convincingly, without any formal training. That mix of technical mastery, personal motive, and physical proximity to the victim created the perfect roadmap for him. From his Assam home, he became a puppet master of deception, setting up a deepfake persona that could destroy someone's life from miles away. And here's the part that sends a chill down the spine. The investigators realized that everything they had uncovered, the digital trail, the AI manipulation, the meticulous planning, was just the beginning. And, as we mentioned, behind the viral reels and flashing comments, there was a real woman living an ordinary life in Dibrugarh, Assam, a married homemaker, quietly tucked away from the online chaos. Reports call her Sanchi, though her full identity remains hidden to protect her privacy. She was in her late 20s or early 30s when the scandal exploded, completely unprepared for the storm that was about to hit her life. Sanchi had almost no digital footprint. Police confirmed she wasn't active on social media, with only a few old Facebook photos scattered online. She had never imagined that her face would appear in something so public, so invasive. By July 2025, the name Babydoll Archie was everywhere. Friends and neighbors started whispering, rumors reached her family, and then the shocking truth emerged. The Instagram page showing her likeness in explicit AI-generated content. It was her brother who first recognized her face and filed a police complaint on July 11, 2025. By then, mainstream media had already begun questioning the authenticity of Archie's persona. Sanchi, the reports say, was shocked and traumatized, suddenly thrust into a nightmare she had never asked for. News described her as a young married woman, living her life away from the limelight, with a marriage that had no connection to Bora, her former boyfriend. Assam police confirmed she was receiving legal protection and undergoing counseling to cope with the psychological impact. Her story is a burning reminder of how quickly private lives can be shattered by AI-driven revenge content. But as Sanchi tried to rebuild her sense of security, one haunting question remained. Why did Pratim Bora choose such an extreme step? In this era, mastering AI and technology is a power that could land him in a good job role at any globally leading company. Then, what drove him to do all these things? Is the urge for revenge enough for this? Let's break it down from a psychological perspective. When a relationship ends on a bad term, most people feel sad and angry. They might cry, talk to friends, or throw away old memories. But Pratim Bora did something very different. After his girlfriend broke up with him, he used his pain to ruin her name and even made money from it. Police say Bora admitted he acted out of anger. But this wasn't just a normal outburst. When someone with a big ego gets rejected, it can feel like their whole world just shattered. Psychologists call this a narcissistic injury. It's like having a mirror of self-importance suddenly crack. Instead of just feeling hurt, the person feels attacked and full of rage. People with these traits often think they're the most important person in the story. When reality doesn't treat them that way, they can't accept it. They lash out to prove they're still powerful. That's what Bora did. By creating fake adult content of his ex, he tried to make her look worthless so he could feel in control again. This way of thinking is twisted. Psychologists call it cognitive distortion. Let's understand it this way. The sky is blue, but this kind people would wear a yellow sunglass, look up to the sky, and think the sky is green. In Bora's mind, his ex turned into the villain who deserved punishment. But Bora wasn't just angry, he was also calculating. He showed what experts call Machiavellian behavior, treating people like chess pieces to move around for personal gain. He built a whole fake identity, not just one angry message. It was cold and planned, like a business built on destroying someone's life. Soon, his revenge turned into profit. People online believed his lies and even paid for them. This was possible because of what psychologists call the online disinhibition effect. Simply put, people often act worse online than in real life because they don't see their victims face to face. Instead of coping in healthy ways like talking to friends or finding new hobbies, Bora chose maladaptive coping. That means handling pain in a destructive way. It's like trying to fix a broken bone by hitting it harder. In his mind, hurting his ex was the only way to ease his own hurt. This isn't new. Before AI could create fake images, bitter ex-partners would sometimes share real private photos without permission. It had a name, called MMS. The psychology is the same: people with traits of narcissism, manipulation, and lack of empathy. What experts call the dark triad. Victims of this abuse often feel humiliated, powerless, and scarred for years. The message from abusers is always the same: if you don't do what I want, I can destroy you. Maybe Bora didn't plan to go this far. But when he saw people were not only believing his lies but also paying for them, it stopped being just about revenge. It became about money and control. And once that power took hold, he couldn't stop. Instead, he monetized the AI-generated persona through a subscription platform called Actual Fans, posting AI-generated adult videos. By July 2025, he had 3,000 subscribers and had earned over $35,000 in a few days at peak, with around $11,000 traced in his accounts. What began as harassment of an ex turned into a profitable scheme. On July 11, 2025, a complaint reached the Dibrugarh Cybercrime Unit. A woman's brother reported manipulated images of his sister going viral. Investigators traced the account to Bora's phone number. The next day, police raided his flat in Tinsukia and seized phones, laptops, hard disks, SIM cards, debit cards, and financial records. Evidence showed a carefully engineered operation. Bora confessed to creating hundreds of AI-generated images and videos, running fake Gmail accounts to manage profiles, and monetizing the content. His family initially denied knowledge, but evidence proved his ties to Sanchi. On July 13th, he was formally charged. Charges included cyber and sexual harassment, defamation, obscenity, forgery, identity fraud, and multiple IT Act violations. Conviction could mean up to 10 years in prison. Police also warned that even sharing or liking such content could attract legal action. The case gained global attention, with coverage from BBC, Gulf News, NDTV, and India Today. It sparked debate on consent, digital harassment, and deepfake dangers. Experts noted India's laws and platforms were unprepared. Assam police warned the public about the real risks of manipulated content. The case set a legal precedent. Online identity theft through AI would not go unpunished. Yet the chilling fact remained. Bora had deceived thousands, and the possibility of more undiscovered Archies still haunted investigators. Most importantly, if one stolen photo and AI can create a superstar and a nightmare, what does that mean for the very notion of truth online? And if millions can be fooled so easily, who's really controlling our perception of reality? Babydoll Archie's story isn't just about a viral illusion. It's a warning about the power of technology in the wrong hands. Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like if this shook you, and subscribe to Criminally Curious for more deep dives into the dark side of the internet. Until we meet again, stay safe.